guys, this is a video on how to use the test button. So first we are going to press the A down there. So after pressing the A, you press plus, then bring the test, then you press edit. After bringing the test, press plus to bring the test, then press the pen there to edit it. Write everything you want. Let's say Google. So Google. So the next, Google, that button at the down left corner is used for enlarging, and then the one at the side is used for elongating the text. So now let's get in. So the next button is the delete button. If you press it, you can just delete the text. The next one is copy. You can use it to duplicate the text. The next one is to front button. You can just use it to send the text to the front of everything, or the to back button that is used for sending the text to the back of your work, everything. Okay, you can see it. So the next button there is the position button. So if you want to position the Google in a way to align with the new text, you can just use it. That is it. Use the arrows of the position button. The next button is relative position. You press it, something will appear. This button is used for positioning the text either to the middle, top, or top left corner, top right corner. So that is it. If you are done, you press the check mark. The next button is the size button, that is the TT. So if you press it, you can either increase or decrease the size of the text. The next one is padding. If you adjust this one, your text can move and give space for either fonts. So the next one is a color button. This one is used to change the color. And if you scroll up, you see the select button. Then you can just select the text, the one you want to give a color. Then you can just give a color. The next button that we see is the texture. If you press this button, you just select an image. Here you can see this image. So if you want to use this image for the texture, and yes, enable it, then you can adjust it so that it can fit well. That is it. So that is for the texture. If you have any comments, you can drop it in the comment section. The next button is opacity button. Opacity. So you can just decrease or increase the appearance of the text with the opacity. After you are done, you can just enable it. Then you press the check button. Then rotate button. And this rotates your text to a certain angle. Rotate it to a certain angle. That will be good. 0 degrees. Then mask is used to cut part of the text. It's used for cutting. The mask button is simply used for cutting. So you want to cut the go out, so we cut the go. If it's out, you can press out of the text, the angle go. So the B star is used for italicizing or making the text bold or underlining it. So if you want to make it bold, and you see that you've pressed it, or you want to bring it back to normal, you can just press the one with the cross T, So bending, if you want to curve your word, you can just press the curve button to bend it to a certain angle. That's it. So the next one is the background. If you press it, enable it to give you a background, then you can just change the color from there. Then the next one is align button. So the align button, either shift the text to the left, middle or right after you are done pressing. So this one, this is the spacing button. So it gives you space between the letters, and then the words, can just give the space between the words by adjusting your space button. So the line spacing for this one, it will give space between the line, or decrease or increase the space between the lines. So that's it. So if you are done, you can press the check button. The next button is the stroke button. So if you enable it, it will give you a stroke. You can either change the colors down here, or you can increase the stroke width here. If you are done, you can just press the check mark again. The next one is the shadow button. Shadow button, if you enable it, it gives you a shadow for the text. And the outer blue is under the shadow button. If you on it, you see that the side of the text will be having a shadow. The next one is inner shadow. Inner shadow gives you, if you enable it, it will give you a shadow inside the text, at the edges of the text. This button is the perspective button. We will jump over the emboss in our next tutorial. I will touch on it. So the next one is the emboss perspective. So if you enable the perspective, you want to shift to a specific perspective, you can just move it there, then your words will be showing like that. So the next one is the 3D rotate. You can rotate it top and down, rotate the x-axis, and side by left and right rotate the y-axis. So the next one is 3D. So the next one is shadow to give you a 3D shadow of the element. You can see that you can change the colors of the shadow. So the next one is reflect. So that is reflecting the element down there. So thank you for this video. Please subscribe, share, like the video. See you.